All right, today we're diving into an idea that is completely revolutionizing medicine. The concept that you have a second brain. And trust me, it is not where you think. Let's get right into it. For basically all of human history, we thought of the gut as, well, just a simple plumbing system, right? Food goes in, waste comes out. End of story. But it turns out that view is totally obsolete. Science has now shown us that the gut is this incredibly complex organ, just buzzing with neurological and immune activity. It is a complete 180 in how we understand our own bodies. And this leads us to a really mind-bending question. We've always just assumed the brain is the command center, sending all the orders down to the body. But what if that's not the whole picture? What if the communication is actually flowing the other way? To really get this, we've got to meet the true power players inside of us. We are talking about a hidden, almost forgotten organ that's made up of trillions of microscopic inhabitants. This is your microbiome. And listen, this isn't just about bacteria. Your inner ecosystem is like a bustling metropolis. You've got fungi, viruses, these ancient organisms called archaea, all living together inside your intestines. It is literally a world within you. And just to wrap your head around the scale of this, think about this number. For every single one of your human genes, there are about 100 microbial genes. Yeah, you heard that right. That means, genetically speaking, you are less than 1% human. And this isn't some abstract idea either. This community has real physical weight. If you could somehow take it all out and put it on a scale, it would weigh roughly the same as your actual brain, about 3 pounds. Which brings us to this really profound conclusion. From an evolutionary point of view, we aren't just a single species. We are a consortium, a walking, talking ecosystem that's co-created by our human cells and all our microbial partners. So how does this inner world actually affect our outer one? Well, let's pull back the curtain on the secret communication network that connects your gut directly to your brain. This is the network that's shaping everything from your mood to your motivation. And this isn't some simple telephone line. No, it's a massive information superhighway. Your gut and brain are talking through the huge vagus nerve, through chemical messengers from your immune system, through byproducts your microbes make called metabolites, and through all sorts of complex hormonal signals. Now, if you want to know just how important this connection is, look no further than serotonin, the famous feel-good molecule. You'd think it's made in your brain, right? Well, a staggering 90% of your body's entire supply is actually produced in your gut. So let that sink in. Here's the crucial takeaway. If the factory for our main mood-regulating chemical is in the gut, then conditions like anxiety and depression, well, they aren't just in your head. They could actually be, at their very root, a sign of a problem with your microbes. But the microbiome's influence doesn't stop with your mood. Oh no, it also acts as the master educator for your body's entire defense system, your immune system. Just think about it for a second. Your immune system isn't born knowing what to attack and what to leave alone. It has to be trained, almost like a raw recruit in boot camp, to learn how to tell the difference between a friend and a foe. So that begs the obvious question, right? Where on earth does this essential life-for-death training actually happen? And the answer is both simple and profound. It happens inside your gut. Your microbes are the drill sergeants, constantly showing your young immune cells what's dangerous and what's not, teaching them how to respond to the outside world. And when that training goes wrong, maybe because the microbiome is out of balance, the consequences can be really severe. The immune system gets confused, and this confusion is now being linked to the rise in allergies, autoimmune diseases where the body attacks itself, asthma, and chronic inflammatory problems like IBD and even obesity. Okay, I know this might sound a little overwhelming, but here's the really empowering part. You are not just a passenger here. You are the primary architect of this entire inner world. So let's look at the key forces you can use to change it. And what's so incredible is that your microbiome is super responsive. Unlike your human genes, which are pretty much fixed, your microbial community can shift and sometimes dramatically in as little as 24 hours. This means change isn't just possible, it can be really, really fast. So what are the 3 biggest levers you can pull? Well, they're diet, stress, and antibiotics. What you eat literally feeds certain microbes and starves others. Chronic stress can cause what's known as a leaky gut, letting inflammatory stuff into your bloodstream.
And antibiotics, while they can be life-saving, can also act like a bomb in there, wiping out diversity for months or even years.
You see, understanding these forces is leading to a genuine revolution in medicine. We're finally starting to realize that the future of our health might already be living right inside of us.
This has sparked a whole new field called psychobiotics. And no, these aren't drugs. They are specific, beneficial bacteria that have the potential to directly improve mental health, all by fine-tuning that gut-brain conversation we were just talking about.
And the therapies on the cutting edge are just incredible. We're talking about things like fecal transplants that can cure deadly infections, developing new drugs based on the chemicals these microbes produce, and creating truly personalized diets based on the unique DNA of your gut bugs. All of this, it all points to a new, fundamental rule in health and medicine. It's this: if you want to treat the body, if you want to treat the brain and the immune system, your first stop has to be the gut. It really is the foundation that all of our health is built on. And so we'll end with this one last perspective-shattering thought. This isn't just something you have or something you carry around. This massive, powerful, and responsive community is so deeply intertwined with your biology that in a very real sense, you don't just have a microbiome, you are one.